Hello there, friend. Welcome to Start Early Today, your daily dose of mindfulness and positivity. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Despite the snow, despite the heat, wherever you may be in the world, make your internal state unconditional despite the external or despite what the mind presents you. And know that all these thoughts that is inviting you to feel things, that's inviting you to act on certain things, these are outside of you, although they might feel that they're inside your head. As we have learned in the past with the Course in Miracles, make all these thoughts as if they were just the rock, the car, or the tree in front of you. They are no different from what is in front of you. All these thoughts. So make time for stillness and meditate so you get to create that space between the stimulus and response. Do not get too wound up or attached to your identity, to your external world. All is well. We're doing lesson 5. I am never upset for the reason I think. This idea, like the preceding one, can be used with any person, situation, or event you think is causing you pain. Apply it specifically to whatever you believe is the cause of your upset, using the description of the feeling in whatever term seems accurate to you. The upset may seem to be fear, worry, depression, anxiety, anger, hatred, jealousy, or any number of forms, all of which will be perceived as different. This is not true. However, until you learn that form does not matter, each form becomes a proper subject for the exercise for the day. Applying the same idea to each of them separately is the first step in ultimately recognizing they are all the same. When using the idea for today for a specific perceived cause of an upset in any form, use both the name of the form in which you see the upset and the cause which you ascribe to it. For example, I am not angry at blank for the reason I think. I am not afraid of blank for the reason I think. But again, this should not be substituted for practice periods in which you first search your mind for sources of upset in which you believe, and forms of upset which you think result. In these exercises, more than in the preceding ones, you may find it hard to be indiscriminate and to avoid giving greater weight to some subjects than to others. It might help to precede the exercises with the statement, there are no small upsets. They are all equally disturbing to my peace of mind. Then examine your mind for whatever is distressing you, regardless of how much or how little you think it is doing so. You may also find yourself less willing to apply today's idea to some perceived sources of upset than to others. If this occurs, think first of this. I cannot keep this form of upset and let the others go. For the purposes of these exercises, then I will regard them all as the same. Then search your mind for no more than a minute or so and try to identify a number of different forms of upset that are disturbing you, regardless of the relative importance you may give them. Apply the idea for today to each of them using the name of both the source of the upset as you perceive it and of the feeling as you experience it. Further examples are, I am not worried about blank for the reason I think. I am not depressed about blank for the reason I think. 3 or 4 times during the day is enough. So we can boil it down to the lesson phrase itself, which goes, I am never upset for the reason I think. It reminds me of the blog post that I wrote in the past, which is entitled, It is never what we think it is. whatever you think, do not get attached to it solidly, because nothing is ever solid. It all goes back to impermanence and the ever changing nature of things. Whatever you think, immediately turn it around. This provides us openness and growth, an opportunity to grow and let other ways to achieve peace. Anything that you might feel that is upsetting you, you can go deeper with it through inquiry, through asking more deeply and to giving it more space. If you feel an upset, take a deep breath and you can go inside your body. You can do a quick body scan. How does it feel on my foot, on my heart, on my shoulders? And know that that upset is just a thought, and you might be running on a pattern or on an old program. Like a computer, if you press this button, something will pop up. But it doesn't need to be that way always. If it's upsetting you, it is of no use. If it's upsetting you, it is an alarm for you to look into it deeper. If something upsets you, be grateful, for it is your signal to where you need to look more deeply. Maybe you need to take a look at it deeply with more compassion, with more understanding, maybe a new understanding. Maybe look at it from your neighbor's point of view. Maybe look at it from the bird's eye view. Or maybe look at it from the more compassionate version of yourself. Maybe look at it from your truest nature, from your God self, from your Buddha self, from your Christ consciousness. And observe that this upset will automatically dissipate or melt, for everything is illusory and delusory. Everything's just hazy wave. And our egoic thinking mind always tries to project it and make it solid and make it too real, because we like holding on to stuff. We like things that we know. We, pertaining to the egoic self, when we are in the thinking mind, when we're attached and so much into our personalized self, we tend to attach to our preferences. We protect our preferences, that a slight change or anything that goes against it, we go rigid and we go lash out and protect it. And observe that ego's nature of protecting and fixing. It likes to fix things. It thinks it knows the best for everybody and for the world. It is righteous and pompous. Observe these things. And the part of you who gets upset, that's your ego part. But that's not the whole of what you are. Your real you is settled. Your real you is undisturbed despite conditions. Your real you works with the card that is being dealt to him or her. Whatever card is dealt to you, you make use of, because that's your gift. That's your karmic duty here on earth. And we're here for a temporary period of time. So it is best that we get to be aware of what is needed to be done for our mission to be accomplished, for our lives to be whole and full, and for our purpose of being here on earth to be fully integrated, for yourself to be fully self-actualized. Jung talks a lot about self-individuation and actualization. Yogananda calls it self-actualization. What is the fullest version of yourself? What does that look like? Is it addicted to upsets? That's not very... It's up to you. Look at yourself when you get upset. It contracts your face, it contracts your muscles, it tenses up your nervous system, it shuns out your vagus nerve. Your body produces healing properties when you are relaxed and when you're not contending and contradicting what is, when you are open to the wholeness of life, when you're open to everything, open and accept everything inside and outside of you as one thing, as one whole thing. This manifestation of life came about as a division. God divided itself to get to know itself as a version of a bird and yourself. Yogananda said, another beautiful quote that I have stuck with me is, God sleeps in the minerals, dreams in the plants, awakens through the animals, and through humans, knows himself as God. So get curious with your consciousness and your awareness. Increase your awareness, increase your vibration. Look at David Hawkins' chart of consciousness, the map of consciousness. Vibrate, aim for 500 and up. Whenever you feel there's a lack, whenever you feel stiff, and whenever you feel there's something other than what it is right now, that's a sign for you to look within and accentuate what is complete right this moment. Everything is complete. Everything runs in divine timing and on a higher purpose. Life is complex and it's happening through you, and our teeny egoic mind tries to yield it and mend it and sculpt it. It's good to design your life, but there's something higher than us, a greater power that works for us only if we trust it. So what does it look like for you? What does peacefulness look like to you? How does it feel in your heart? So, and always know, lesson number 5, you're never upset for the reason that you think. Take a step back and dig deeper, get to the core or the reason of this upset. It's a sign, it's a signal where you are just called to love more. It is a part of yourself that you refuse to look at. It is a part of yourself that you refuse to love, that is yet to be loved. So skip the immediate reaction, skip the immediate urge, skip the immediate tendency to react. But look within. Go to the 3 fingers pointing back to yourself instead of the pointing finger pointing out. It's always an internal work. We act on things unconsciously because of our past programmings or deep-seated traumas that have been passed on to us, and those traumas are gifts. Look deeper onto it. Lay it out, cut it to pieces, and examine each bit of it. Lay it out, unpack it, study it, and all of the resources are online, and most answer to everything is just to love it. Love it, accept it, give it what it needs, nurture it. Nurture yourself like you would nurture your 1-year-old self. When did you stop loving yourself? When did you start to carry that chip on your shoulder? When did you start feeling incomplete and projecting and attaching to things that are outside of you? What are your resents? Do you resent the world and how things work? Maybe you need to study the 12 universal laws. Everything runs on laws, cause and effect. The law of reciprocity, the law of vibration, the law of gender, the law of inverse transformation. These are only some of the facts that have been written by wise men and women, I think. And it goes back to the Bible, biblical, Stoic, all the ancient wisdoms, and it is now presented back to us through the internet and through books like this, A Course in Miracles. So lesson 5 is really beautiful. I am never upset for the reason I think. An invitation to look deeper, look within, know all is well, and there is nothing that should upset you, because an upset is a signal wherein we are invited to look deeper towards healing. And it's all within yourself. All the answers are within you. If you close your eyes and be silent for a moment and relax your whole body, focus your attention on the spine and the point in between the eyebrows, and take a deep breath. Just focus on the breath and realize that all these thoughts, all these upsets are only brought about by your reaction to the thoughts. So you can skip reacting to the thoughts. It is not mandatory. What's mandatory is your heart beating and your lungs breathing, and just be the wonderful human that you are. You are this, and you are complete, and you are capable of great joy, abundance, and love. That's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. Feel free to share, comment, and subscribe to Substack at makepurethyheart.com. Makepurethyheart.com for vegan recipes as well. We made beautiful pizza rolls in the pizza from scratch because I got inspired. I picked up these beautiful vegan pepperoni from Trader Joe's, new product alert. And I just googled up a quick dough, pizza crust. So I made 2 versions. I made a pizza, 12-inch pizza, and I made pizza rolls. I love the pizza rolls because they're more pillowy in texture. The dough really turned out nice and soft, and the flavor of the pepperoni seeped into the dough, the bread. And within the layers are marinara, vegan cheese, and a duo of mozzarella and parmesan. That's it for today. Happy Saturday. What are you gonna do today? What are you gonna be today, rather? Be your best self. Take a deep breath. All is complete. Nurture thy curiosities and be the purest you, which is just this. You know, you just breathe, drink your coffee, maybe make some croissants, ciabatta. What's your favorite bread? Yeah, I love a good challah. I've been making challah lately. Google Make Pure Thy Heart twisted bread and you'll find out what I did. That's it for today. I'm rooting for you. It has been thus. We are all it. We're all just walking each other home. You are love, and be excited and rejoice, for life is a gift and there's no other day like today. I'm fixing up my landing page, but if you're curious in working on your goals, I'm providing a one-on-one coaching service. We can identify where you are and where you want to go, and I'm here to support you, and let's design the life of your dreams and turn it into reality. Okay? It's not that hard. All we need to do is to just tweak some habits and do some key actions. And most of them are just a switch in beliefs and some buttons to push. Okay? That's it for today. Namaste.